Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I'm posting this video a little bit late. I've been doing stuff all day. I'm in Maryland again. I'm on vacations. I'm not really in my normal space for Christmas, so excuse me for my late posting. But today I'll be covering both the Clemson versus Texas game and Ohio State versus Tennessee game. Now, like any other game in the in the first round, they were all well, except one. We're just controlled butt whoopings. Like, I'm gonna start with the Clemson and Texas game. Now, there was a point that Texas was leading Clemson by like 28 points, I believe. It was like 31-7. Wait, that's not. No, like 24 points. Yeah, like, and mind you, it got a little competitive at the very end. And what Texas really did on offense, they just ran the ball. Like that. That's why I predicted. I thought they were going to run the ball pretty well. Now, this is a good Clemson defense, but I thought Texas can just figure their offense out and just run the ball. That's really all they need to do on most teams, is just run the ball. Because think about it, you have probably the best offensive line in the league right now. And Wisner, number 26, number 26, he's a dog. He's fast, he's physical, and he can take it to the house if you give him some room. So yeah, I thought Texas is really great at running the ball. Now, earlier in the year, they were great at passing the ball as well, but Quinn Ewers, he's very inconsistent. He has some good games, some bad games. Like Georgia, I believe, like 2 weeks ago in the SEC championship, he's just, it just wasn't there. It just was not there. He made some good plays, but he just overall he didn't look like the Quinn Ewers we were seeing it like in the beginning of the season, when Texas was just playing teams like UTEP, I believe. They did play Michigan, but Michigan's secondary was just not. Yeah, Michigan's defense as a whole was just not playing lights out, as they were a little bit in the second half of the season. So yeah, they kind of got Michigan off guard there. The score is larger than I expected. Of course, in the beginning, earlier this week, I predicted this would be a blowout win for Texas. Believe it or not, I posted on my TikTok that I thought Texas would probably beat Clemson by like 38-10, because I thought Texas was at home, and they have a great running game, and I was a little bit right. I was this close to being right, and then I changed my prediction. Like later in the week, I thought it would be like 27-17. So I wasn't really all that off. Really, I knew Texas was going to win by a good amount. Now, Clemson's not a bad team. Again, like, their offense is pretty good. It showed up in the fourth quarter, but it was too late for them to come back. So, great win for Texas. They're probably one of the most dominant teams in the playoff right now. And speaking of dominance, I'm going to talk about my team, Ohio State, and that they controlled Tennessee from start to finish. Ohio State didn't score any points in the second quarter, and Tennessee kind of tried to make a comeback. There was a momentum shift in the second half of the first quarter when Tennessee got that interception. It should have been pass interference, but who cares? It's like bad calls happen in football games all the time, so I'm not really gonna, It was. There were bad calls. I'm not gonna blame the ref. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it feels weak to me to blame the ref on losses. I'm not saying we lost, but like, even if we did lose, I'm not gonna blame the ref, because there could be some scenarios where we could do better. So I'm never gonna put the game on the ref. That's no. So yeah, Ohio State, they finally passed the ball. Something that they're pretty good at. Like they passed to Jeremiah Smith. O-line, even though it wasn't perfect in this game, they didn't allow not one sack against this Tennessee front, which is surprising to me. And yeah, they didn't really run the ball all that good, but we were just passing it. Like we were really attacking their secondary, and I never thought, wow, it blew my mind. It really did. It proved me wrong. I predicted Ohio State to lose this game. You may say I'm just a hater, but that happens to be a fan of Ohio State, but I'm not. I don't know. I just didn't have any confidence Ohio State would win, especially against the SEC team, which they proved me wrong. I had my criticism about Ryan Day, but I still have my criticisms with him, so I'm not. And then now I'm not going. Yeah, don't Ryan Day, don't get too excited because you still have something to prove to me and other fans. So yeah, overall great game. Offensively, defensively, this game looked like a I don't know, like a shutout almost. Tennessee scored 10 points in the second quarter, and mainly, again, I may be blaming the refs right here, but of course there were some penalties that were questionable, but again, it is what it is. Tennessee scored. There was a roughing the passer penalty on 97, Kenyatta Jackson from Ohio State, which is kind of questionable, but hey, it happens. I didn't think it was roughing the passer, but yeah, you just gotta let stuff go. Gotta let stuff go. You gotta keep on playing. You can't blame the ref for everything. Yeah. So overall, great win. Great defensive performance. Oh, here's another thing. I was happy that we won. I was happy. It kind of made me feel better. Kind of made me feel better. Get my confidence up. And now we're gonna have to face Oregon. I don't know how we're gonna do. Are we gonna come out with some fire, or is Oregon I don't know? Because they've been well rested. Can Oregon actually just say, nah, you ain't beating us this time. You ain't gonna beat us this time either. So, and they'll probably just expose you. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And yeah, I was really happy. On one, I was kind of unhappy. You may think I'm being salty, but I kind of am. Yeah, I was kind of unhappy with this. Where was this 3 weeks ago? Now y'all want to play like this? Really? Man, that was kind of... I'm glad that we won, but that was kind of a slap in the face to me and some other fans. Okay, it's good. It was good that we won tonight, but what was this 3 weeks ago? If you played like this 3 weeks ago, you would have won. Now, if it would be a blowout, probably not, because Michigan ain't look, I said this earlier in the year. Michigan ain't gonna come in your house, ain't gonna come out and just let you run over them. No, you're gonna have to fight with them start to finish. This is gonna be their championship. Yeah, they can lose to any other team, but if they beat you, it's a successful season. Plus, they're getting recruits right now. They're getting guys out of the transfer portal, new coaches. They're gonna be good next year. So, that win against us on the road. That really set the tone for them next year and what they're gonna look like. I think that's why they're getting so many recruits. Because, oh wow, Michigan's really a tough team. Plus, they have NIL money. Plus, they they have a tough mindset and great coaches. So yeah, of course I want to play for them. Now, to be honest, I don't think Ohio State's going to beat Michigan next year. I don't know. I don't know. Even if Ryan Day stays or leaves, we're still probably not going to beat them. But I will say this: if you don't if this loss, Ryan Day, if this loss to Michigan didn't teach you anything about, I think you should take this rivalry a little bit seriously. I don't know what will. Again, you did great. You did great last night. You did. But that was kind of a slap in the face to us 3 weeks ago. Where was that 3 weeks ago? You want to run the ball when you didn't really need to. Of course, you need to run the ball to set up the passing game, but really, you didn't really need to run the ball like that. Michigan's secondary was not that good. I mean, Will Howard did make him look good. With 2 interceptions. That's just come on. But I was just throwing the ball down the field. They were holding Jeremiah Smith a lot. And we were using tempo. We were getting down the field. Of course, we didn't score a touchdown on both of those drives we used tempo on, but still, you were getting down the field. You were playing at Michigan's level. And Michigan took advantage of it. So yeah, it's just I hate to bring up the past, but I'm gonna try to move on. Let's just try to move on, y'all. There's gonna be a year where we get them back. Hopefully, I don't know when that year's gonna come. It probably ain't gonna come next year, the year after that. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait patiently, guys. It's just I don't know. It's college football. Hell, one year we may get them when we're the underdog. I mean, I don't know if Ryan Day has it in him, or if we do get a new coach one day, it's just I don't know. I don't know. Let me stop talking about it, because, man, again for the millionth time, it's great that you won last night. It was a dominating win. You proved everyone that, okay, we're not a soft team. But I don't know. It's just Ryan Day. This proves that Ryan Day doesn't take this rivalry serious. It doesn't. He just doesn't take this rivalry serious. He can play tough. We can play tough against any other team, but when it comes to Michigan, it's we don't have mental toughness at all. They have the mental. Michigan has all the mental toughness. Of course, yeah. On paper, you are the more talented team. It's obvious, but the most talented team doesn't always win in this rivalry. That's just a fact. 3 weeks ago just proved it. Michigan beat us with a walk-on, Make-A-Wish kid quarterback. And a JV offense that didn't even have their best tight end, Colston Loveland. They didn't have Will Johnson in the secondary. Even if they did have Will Johnson, their secondary wouldn't be all that good anyway. So yeah, it's just, man. I wish we would have had that 3 weeks ago. That was just. I'm gonna try to move on from it. Today's a new day. We may get some shit talking from the Michigan fans. It is what it is. We'll get them 1 year. We'll get them. We'll just have to be patient. It's a cycle at this point. But anyway, that's the end of my video. Of course, I'm sorry for ranting a little bit. I may have sounded repetitive a little bit, but I just had to let that out. Great win from both teams, Texas and Ohio State. Ohio State really proved me wrong, and Texas actually proved me right when I thought, I expected Texas to kind of dominate Clemson a little bit, even though Clemson's a solid team. I'm not saying they're a bad team. I'm not going to be one of those fans that, they didn't deserve to be in the playoffs. No, they did. And they just got unlucky. SMU, for example, I don't know. I thought I picked Penn State to win by 2-3 scores anyway, but SMU got unlucky with those 2 pick sixes. That was just come on. Yeah, Kevin Jennings did not have a good game. 2 of those picks were on him, but that one pick, when it was batted up in the air, intercepted by a linebacker, number 0, for Penn State. Dom DeLuca, I believe that's his name. Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. Yeah. And oh yeah, Indiana. I mean, you could argue that strength of strength of schedule matters. I mean, it kind of does. Because like, think about it. If you just beat all these teams, all these like teams that are like I don't know, that don't have winning records at all by like 50 all the time. Okay, how are you gonna match up against like a team like Ohio State? You can't. Ohio State beat you like almost 20, 30 points. So yeah, well you did beat a team that Ohio State lost to, but I mean, yeah, this rivalry it just like again just throw the records out. It don't matter who's a talented team. Who wants it more? And Michigan just wanted it more. They did, and it proved it. And I'm not gonna make excuses for Ohio State. There's no excuse at all. Michigan came out, just beat you. They beat you, and they have every right to call us soft. They have every right to call us whatever in the book. That we own you. That's why they try to plant the flag. I can't blame them on that. I made my statement on that, like how I felt about it in one of my videos. Like I can't blame Michigan for wanting to plant the flag, but if the other team wants to defend their field, I'm not mad at that either. We're both doing class. This classless meets classless again. Like I said, like I don't know, 3-4 videos ago. So yeah, don't get mad at the other team that they want to defend their field. You may call them sore losers, or they should have had that energy in the game, which some of the players did. But yeah. So yeah, a great game from both teams. Texas and Ohio State. Tennessee, you have nothing to worry. I mean, you have nothing to be ashamed of. It was a great year for you. You let's see what accomplishments you made this year. You beat Bama, and when was the last time y'all were 10-2? Was that like 2022? I think. Yeah, I got to look. What else did y'all do this year? I mean, yeah, I think that y'all just beat Bama. I mean, it's still a good year for y'all. I mean, y'all still got some good recruits. I mean, Nico, he did his best. He did his best in the game last night. It was just unfortunate for him. There was a lot of injuries for Tennessee. Like I don't like seeing players getting injured from any team. I don't care if it's from teams like Penn State, Michigan. Who cares? Like injuries are just hard to watch for me as a fan. Hope those guys like Dylan Sampson, I believe, went down, or I think he he twisted his ankle or something. Hopefully he gets well. And with I think number 10 on the defense for Tennessee, I'm not sure of his name, but I hope he gets well too. He was knocked up a few times. I hope they get well. Clemson, they have nothing to be ashamed of. It was a great year for them, winning the ACC, bouncing back from an embarrassing loss to Louisville. I saw that game on live. It was straight up embarrassing. Fans were throwing trash on the field everywhere. It was just not a good look. But yeah, they bounced back from that and they won the ACC. And yeah, they made playoffs and they had a good run. And again, it's a good year for them too. Ohio State still got something to prove. Now, people praising Justin Fry, the O-line coach for Ohio State, saying that he's doing a phenomenal job. I don't know. The recruiting stuff, he's not all that good in. Developing players, he's not really. Yeah, so this last night's win didn't really tell me that much. Because, I mean, Ohio State, for all we know, probably just. The players obviously were just pissed off about that, loss to their rival again. So yeah, they just want to show that they're actually tough. I don't know why they didn't. I don't know why they didn't do this 3 weeks ago, but it is what it is. I'm trying to move on from it. It's kind of hard to do that, but But anyway, yeah, great win for both teams. I hope let's see what we can do against Oregon. That's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be in the Rose Bowl. It's good. Yeah, it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie. Hopefully. Now, yeah. So yeah, that's the end of my video. Love, peace, and always go Bucks.